Do you have a dog at home that is constantly scaring all the men in your life? Hi, this is Sandra at MonchiPaw. When Monchi was about 4 years old, she started to develop a very weird habit. She started barking at all men that came close to me. It didn't matter if it was someone that she knew or I knew. It could be a friend of mine, it could be a family member. She even used to bark at my dad. So it didn't matter really if I was going to do a handshake with a stranger or just hug a friend of mine or a family person. If it was a man, she would start barking. And a lot of people start saying, oh, she's such a protective Chihuahua. And there was even a joke around my circle of friends where they thought that I was purposely training my dog to really hate men. And yeah, everybody got a great laugh, but I didn't think it was funny. And to be quite honest, I felt quite embarrassed to bring my dog in social environments where no man could come close to me. Not to mention that it made it a lot more difficult to date when you're a single person. And so fast forward now, doing the work that I've been doing on myself and with Monchi and observing every single of behavior that she had at that time and realizing how does this behavior connects to myself, because we are always a connection to our pets. I had to realize, and this was very painful and it's very embarrassing, but she was not always like that. As a puppy, she was very friendly to everybody, and this started to evolve when she was 4 or 5 years old. And around that same time frame, that was around the time when I actually got divorced. In fact, it was because of my ex-husband. We together decided to have Monchi, to bring Monchi into our life. And it was around the time where we were going through the divorce and I was going through all these emotional changes that this behavior started to develop. So as you see, the reason why I share this is because sometimes we are very quick to judge our dogs or just to separate our dog's behavior as like, oh, my dog has this, there's something wrong with my dog. But if you just take like a quick moment to recognize that your dog is just showing a side of you that you might need to work on. In my case, what I needed to work, and I realized this, and again, very painfully, is that I developed a resentment toward all men. And who wouldn't? I had a very painful divorce process. And yes, quite honestly, I was in a moment in my life where I resented all men. And I never thought about even dating seriously again, like that was out of the question. So Monchi started picking all that up, and yes, she might have acted as a protection for me, but in reality, she was acting like if it would be me, like if I would be the one barking at all men, because I just didn't want to do anything with them. And so that's it. I share this because I see this trend with so many dogs, especially with Chihuahuas. And you might think it's just your dog, but I will ask you, how about check a little bit deeper? How about ask a better question for yourself? How about turn this around to yourself and ask yourself, where is my dog's behavior really coming from? How does this really making me feel? What has happened during that period of time when my dog started to develop this pattern or this issue that has also affected me emotionally? And you might be very surprised of what comes up. In my case, it was a deep resentment that I developed to all men. And for me, it was a huge wake-up moment because obviously I didn't want to have that resentment and I needed to work on myself for that. And the greatest gift that I can get now with Monchi is that when I see her now being so friendly with everybody, with kids, with men, with women, with anybody, I know that is a reflection of my own energy and how I see the world without fear and just more confident and just more open. So ask yourself, Really, is your dog's behavior connecting to yours? Don't separate them. Your dog is really showing you what you need to work on. Thank you for watching Sandra and Monchi at MonchiPaw. To sign up for a free coaching call, go to MonchiPaw.com and schedule your call today. I would love to help you and your dog achieve the mindful and balanced life you both deserve.